Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new series. I don't know what we're gonna call this city yet, but I'll find out pretty soon. But for the time being, let's call it. I can think about this. Somewhere that you see him, and that's an island. Ooh, fancy. Call it, Brazil. City. Let's call this Rose County. So this is Rose County. It's a very beautiful city. It has a river, and it already has a boulevard, and it has a lighthouse all the way off into the distance. A beautiful, phenomenal bridge in that direction. And this is the city. Well, county. The first city, in fact, is going to be called Rockville. But before we can do any of that, we gotta first place a road that we're going to delete. What I love, and I mean absolutely love about this map, is that it already has a boulevard and roads connecting to it. Has this cemetery, I presume. I hope it is. Otherwise, I got a lot of questions. Yeah, that's kind of it. And here is my wonderful dirt road. Although we have a lot of roads placed already, I'm going to use dirt. But before we can even build houses, we got to power the city. Which, oh. Well, this is nice. Because of our current location and we have not unlocked offshore wind, which is going to be when we get 1,300 people, you have to use a smelly, disgusting, overpriced coal planes. Because, yeah, this would work, but it's not what I'm going for. And that means you have to start planning out the city. So right here is where I'm going to start building the industrial part of town, because it's just closer to multiple freeway exits. And there's a rail line here, so it's be fun. There's even some pre-existing paths to this old castle. So let's get to the lore behind the city. This place is in Washington State, and it was recently decided to be developed after being held as a nature reserve and then just left as such. The state had built a few roads here and wondered what they were going to do with it, and then they decided to make it a county. And they called it Rose County. That's kind of it. And now we are building out the first part of Rose County. Rose County is a very beautiful county with a very slim beach, which we'll probably expand later on in the series, but let's leave that as is. So let's build our power station. Let's put this a little further away from the beach. That there's good enough. And I got three options for water. A water tower, water pumping, and this large water pump, which I'm just not going to use because it's beautiful, but it's not what we need right now. And I'm going to place a water tower right here. Water towers just take up less space and we don't have to deal with water flow. Like the river starts flowing or it starts flowing too weirdly and causing flooding, and that's a thing you don't want to deal with. So now we have our wonderful I guess water tower. Some trains going by in the distance. And for simplicity, I'm just going to leave the time just to be set during the day. So I got a wonderful water tower. We could have an eco outlet, but because of cost, let's just dump sewage. No one will notice. No one will really care for now. And now we gotta power this whole thing also, so let's build our first power lines. Let's just go through here because these are eventually gonna get deleted, so it's fine. So now we have sewage, water, electricity. Now it's to start building these wonderful homes. Because we don't have districts yet, I can't like custom design it just yet. I can't wait. Because I would really like to do like an American suburb. Typical what you would find in the state of Washington. I was about to say Oregon, which more likely, but it's fine. So it's right now springtime, so all the snow's melted, unfortunately. And we're gonna start putting down some housing. Wait a minute. They don't got water. So let's go add some water. I'm gonna start streaming this series too and just leaving a replay up or do some walkthroughs and stuff like that. Just trying to keep this series interesting and have as many avenues of watching it as possible. Also, the real-time mod, I'm not going to make a mod list for this series for now, because I'm still trying to settle which mods I'm going to use and which ones I'm not. Like, real-time, is that going to be on? It's not on right now because the city's just starting, but realistic populations is on, and that's going to have a fun dynamic. So in the vanilla game, these houses would have 5 households in them, which a house this size shouldn't. It should have just one household. So yeah, as one household. But the taller, high density skyscrapers, like, let's just say this one, which we can't afford. Well, we can, but that's unrealistic. This would normally just have like maybe 20 people living in it, but this has 62. Something more drastic like this has 415. But a lot of these buildings won't spawn normally, and I would have to place them, but I don't mind doing that. So our first residents are living in the city, but we're losing money. So let's just drop down all our expenses. Because right now we could have just run them at half the capacity. So let's speed time up. And now we're getting our first commercial demand. So commercial is like your shops, your retailers, and where these people are gonna work and eat and do all that and go shopping. So let's build our first commercial block pretty close to where people live. So you can just walk down these dirt roads to wherever you need to go. And that truck is one of the first trucks in the city that is going to deliver coal to the coal plant. You can't see the pollution or really a lot right now. Traffic flow is 80% because of, well, that, but we can't fix that, so this is all we have. We can see where citizens are going. We can see how happy they are, and they're decently happy. Why is this person upset? No one lives there. Well, that makes sense. Down here is our demand meter. So green is residential, orange is for industry, and blue is for commercial. So this is going to be our polluting industry. So let's put some polluting stuff down. I wish you had more options for zoning. Like, I might want more options for low density, like more single family homes, or if I have high density, or medium density, medium, warehouses, that kind of stuff. More options. So we can see these citizens walking, and now we have more residential demand than ever before. Well, for the most part. So let's build that there. So we also have to take into consideration noise, because residents don't like noise, and this rail line I project will be used heavily. So let's move a little away from that, starting from this spot. So let's just add some more residential. Don't forget your water. And we have 144 people, you can see down there. Sorry if I sound a little out of breath or tired, because I thought with daylight savings I would get more sleep tonight, but I did the quite opposite and went to bed way later than usual. And now we're a little hamlet. So now you have taxes, loans, garbage, healthcare, and education. So we got a bunch of custom house schools. I'm sorry about that. Now we can use, so we're gonna use the vanilla one for now. Got a clinic, recycling center, and a landfill. So yeah. We also got a little money, I believe. So let's go build our little landfill. Ooh, this is hard. This is cheaper for now, so let's use that. Right now, you always want to be cost savings, and because this is structured more like a county, this city is just designed for money-making purposes, trying to make you as much money as humanly possible, so you can go build a city, you know, you would actually want to live in. Residents aren't happy about roads, too, because they're little brats, but let's go build their homes. This river looks like you could dam it up, which should be some fun dynamic, but that could cause some other issues. It would have a clean way of producing energy, though. And I don't know why I put down the big power lines. More realistically, it would have the suburban or rural power lines, so let's just take that out. Let me demolish it, so let me just pause time and just make this a little bit more realistic. Let's get rid of all that high power or high voltage and just replace it with some suburban lines. And these ones have a little area around them, so yeah, I can just leave that there. And these ones don't affect zoning as much, because this one would, yeah, really affect the zoning. This one doesn't really, which is a little bonus. So you can run it alongside roads, like here, like, and have minimal effect. Well, that's actually pretty nice. Someone's Ford Explorer. This is some nice house. This person walking to work, I presume. But, oh yeah, about making money. Let's increase our taxes on our citizens to 12%. Why 12%? I don't know what this tax rate is. This could be property tax and sales tax. We don't have sales tax, so I wish we had that slider too, because I would lower it. I just don't like sales tax in general. Maybe you can get rid of it. I'm going to assume this is property tax, though. And let's lower our services. So let's now, you know, educate our citizens. They're kind of stupid. Yeah, they're all stupid. They can't read. Well, I hope they can read. So we built our first elementary school. And let's build our first hospital. Right here on Arterial. So now we have those services. So we have basic services right now. We got a small little hamlet in Rose County. I forgot to give you all water. So yeah, y'all get water. When you're building water lines, like water, you're always wanting to just put pipes underneath it Just makes everything look cleaner. Why was that elevated? Ah, that's weird. And it's elevated here too. So let me fix that. The great thing about City Skylines is the mod support. Quite literally, modding is clicking go into the Steam Workshop, hit the subscribe button, then go into the mod manager or the content manager and actually, select it. And that's it. Other games, you'd have to go into the XML file or the other files I keep forgetting about, and you just got to do all of those steps for not much of real effect. So let's speed up time real quick. We're seeing that these homes are getting built, and have any been upgraded yet? I don't think so. Each home has different levels, and each level the home gets better, because you see these are some smaller homes, not as posh as the fancier homes. And some of these are from a asset pack. So not that one, this one. So it's just a construction site, which is a little weird. They might just live there and be like, we're gonna build a house later. So yeah. Also got custom vehicles, and if a train's gonna come by anytime soon, let's see if we can catch one. Any trains going by right now? No. So we can see where all these are going. So all the cars going on this 2-lane road are private vehicles, and they're going here. But here we can see that, okay, there are some trucks that are coming in from over here and going to our industry. And our industry needs people, and our demand is also showing that. The thing is, in city planning, I don't like how most neighborhoods and suburbs are planned. They're intentionally complicated and irrewalkable, and keeping residential and commercial separated is not good. Worthy Village. I don't know why I said it like that. We have policies, district specializations. So basically city policies. We can get 2 loans now. I don't think I've ever got a loan in a city except for like maybe a disaster. Emergency services, police department, unique buildings, specialization, self-sufficient, organic local produce, yeah, which is all good and dandy. So this being the first part of the city, which is really beautiful, like, wait, this is really beautiful. I'm gonna draw its city limit to about here. It's gonna encompass this whole area once we unlock that. And what did we name this place again? Yeah, Rockville. So this is Rockville. If I can spell, it's fine. I'm gonna leave that as is because I have an electric, and then that's how you say his name, and he did design. Really? Okay. That these homes and when they eventually upgrade. So a residential demand is through the bloody roof. So let's go build some more. I'm gonna build it on both sides of this road. There we go. And we also need a little more commercial, so a little more shops and all that good jazz. So let's build some more there. You also got a police department, which that's $12,000, which is a lot right now, but in the future it'll be just a drop in the bucket. And I can choose between this mid-century and the default one. I like the mid-century one, but for now, let's use the default one because it's cheaper. Also, this traffic light isn't necessary, so I have the traffic manager mod. There is a vanilla way of doing it, which is going here, 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 and just, well, toggling it, yeah. because I have traffic manager. I don't think it's letting me. Because you go here and turn it off. Also, I'm going to turn it off here and here and here. So let's see what stores have popped up. So we got a Penny's. Okay, a Dunkin' Donuts. That's cool. There should be a Starbucks. I think I have a Starbucks somewhere. I have to look for that. We got a barbecue place. And is this a gas station? Yes, Aloha. Oh, great. That showed up again. I don't like. Oh my, I forgot the key for that. This is going to take me a long while. There we go. There's a little more industry demand, so let's just push this back over here. Some more residential, but they just have to populate that, and a little more. So we're just good for now. Let's make sure these have people have water, but they don't. Oh, I got a positive train that just went by. The first train that we've seen since earlier in this episode. No. So this is a Royal Mail train, which this isn't supposed to be in America, but I wanted to add some cool stuff. So yeah. Another train. This is more typical of America. Wait, this is electrified. This is not a very American. But I like it as overhead wires. I wish all rail lines in America did, and they're also dual or quad track. America Rail is really bad. American, not America. So these are the policies we have right now. They all cost money to implement, but because we're not really struggling with any of these, we're good. What is this? Oh, Vanity West Coast. A British rail operator. That goes across. I'm going to get Amtrak in here too. So, just not all British rail. Tiny town. So we got a lot more buildings and roads. So we unlocked some roads now, some canals, some fencing, public library, high schools, whatever that is, parks, landscaping, and event policies and planning. So basically a bunch of cool stuff. And we got some football stadium. I said football for the Americans, so I can hear all the way in the back. I think that's the end of this episode. This series is going to be a little longer in length, so let's just leave it off here. Shot. That's it pretty much. City's pretty nice. Thank you for watching, and the next episode will be coming out very soon to a screen near you.